What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Lyle's Figure Files. Now, what happened to my opening? It just decided to conk out on me. But happy Thursday. Hope y'all are having an awesome week. One more day to go, and then we get this bad boy over with. On to the weekend. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. I know a bunch of y'all in the chat, and there's so much to talk about. There's some wildness just around the corner tomorrow. And there's a countdown to Friday. There's a countdown to pre-order lockdown starting at 12:01. We'll get into that soon. But first, I wanted to make sure to thank all the Loud's Figure Files VIP members: David Thanos, Lost and Wallace, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, James Green, Jamlin Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty Two Lions BK, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, Tom Finn 2018, MOC Turtle. Now, one of those VIP members has decided it's time for yet another giveaway. I'll give you more information about it later on. We're going to do that giveaway next week. So much like a wrestling show, hey, who wants to see me fight tonight? Hey, we're going to do it next week. But we are going to do this giveaway, and trust me, it is going to be worth it. So stay tuned. And also, while I am thanking people, let me make sure to thank the Lyle's Figure Files super supporters as well. That's Kwame Taylor, Jelly Jam, Alexander L., Ryan Daly, John Morrissey, and Penguin Plastic. Thank you all for all your contributions to this channel. I've got a bunch of stuff. This week has been wild. Right now, it's Staff and Teacher Appreciation Week. I actually have gotten some appreciation, including a gift card, of which I am going to put not to use for lunch. I'm going to put it to use for a figure. So that's awesome for me. So good stuff. It's been a cool week. Lots of comments. Let's get into it because I don't need to just keep talking. We're all here hanging out. Let's do the thing. Snake Eyes. Howdy, partner. How are you? I'm doing okay. I have a very sneaky suspicion I am on the verge of another cold. That's what happens when you work in a school. It's just like, would you like to take our germs, Mr. Lyles? And I'm like, no, thank you. But they keep coming all the same. But I've got my hot cup of tea. I've got some honey in it. So we're going to rock this thing. We're going to do the thing up. Blake Tarpley is here as well. It's time. Lyle's Figure Files. What's up, Jeff and the crew? You know, it's funny because I saw that before I pulled it up. It was still about to say, what's up, Jeff, Jace, Ed, Chief. So what's up, Blake? How are you? Lawson Wallace is here. Hit the like button, people. Ayo, how's everyone doing tonight? Know what time it is? Well, Michael Solis knows what time it is. It's Figure Files time. What's up, Michael? How are you? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Lawson continuing to do the great collector community here on Lyle's Figure Files. A great service because hooked up our guy Blake, the Superman photo. The Superman figure, that amazing one from McFarlane's Toys. Glad you got it safely, buddy. I was hoping those Walmart truck thieves weren't following me to the post office. Craziness and madness. All about the villains. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Royalty is here. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, Your Highness? How are you? John Morrissey, he's here. What's up, John? Happy time zone, Figure Filers. Hope you've had a fabulous week, Jeffrey. It's been pretty good. My wallet would probably disagree, but oh man, I've got all the stuff queued up in here. It's not over to the side where I've got to go. Oh man, I forgot to grab all the stuff I got. They're right here. And you can't see because I've got this up, but this is where my hand is. And this is where well, of course, this doesn't help you because you can't see, but I've got a bunch of figures. I'm excited. I'm going to be spending a lot of this weekend writing and shooting figures, apparently. Oh, good. Lawson Wallace, I got those 2 red Sony's in the mail. One should have already arrived. That reminds me, if you receive anything from the fine folks here over at Lyle's Figure Files, Lawson, Henry G, David Thanos, Jalen Parks, Blake Tarpley, please send a photo along to me just so we can show you enjoying the figures. You can obscure yourself, just show the figure, like show yourself holding it up, or you can do like Fleazy and have a picture. Just show yourself. So that's cool. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. David Thanos, what's up, fellas? I Hulk smashed that button. I appreciate it. Ryan Daly, what's up, figurinos? Oh, that honey tea is so good. To pre-order or not to pre-order, it really is, because it is a bunch of stuff going on there. Brian P, what's going on? It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on the most sensational, most inspirational, craziest is the time. Wow, I totally lost the beat. That's awful. That's what happens when you try to remix. Next week, Brian, I'm gonna have this all set with new lyrics. It's time for Las Vegas. Muppet Show. Awesome stuff. Much better than my musical introduction there. How are you this fine week? Roll the pyrotechniques. Oh, yeah. And turn on the big screen. It's the House Figure Files time. You better believe it. Pyrotechnics. I think I say that right. You be playing. What's up? Hello to the Figure Files crew. Of course, Jeff, the host with the most. The most what? Hopefully it's the most crazy energy talking about figures here on a Thursday night. And thank you for watching. Maurice Phillip, good time zone all. Good time zone to you, Maurice. How are you, my friend? Push the button, Frank. Now you're going to have me watching the Naked Gun this weekend as I write up my figure reviews. Lawson, just looking at the year one Commissioner Gordon. I like the figure, but it's mostly reused for John Constantine. Yeah, when they showed it, I was like, I think this makes sense. And it's one of those deals where it's a logical reuse of parts, so I'm okay. The head sculpt looked pretty solid. I was at Target maybe Sunday. Yeah. And I saw Commissioner Gordon from the animated series. Looked like the glasses broke. I could fiddle around and move the box around a little bit and hear them rattling, but it looked like the stems were still attached to the figure, but the frame somehow broke off. They're really cheap. I think the figure was $849. If I had any of the Batman animated series figures, I'd be like, yeah, let's grab them. But since I don't have any, it was kind of like, yeah, I'll save for somebody else. Jamlin Parks, booyah! But it's a 619 time. G Brew, greetings, fellow toy collector nerds. What's up, G Brew? How are you? This brew of hot tea is for you. Devin B. Hello, Jeff. Hey, how are you, Devin? Hello, everybody. Jeff White. What's up, Jeff? Found McFarlane's Jade yesterday at Walmart. Man, it's wild how many of you all are having so much success at Walmart. I have one right down the right, like maybe it's 5 minutes if I miss the light from my job. And so got a half hour. And it's like, all right, it's gonna take me 5 minutes to get there, 10 minutes to get a parking spot, and then navigate through the back of the store to be disappointed. I did not go today, and I kind of was like, maybe I'm missing something. They don't get enough new stuff, but you all with your Walmart seem to be rolling with stuff. What do you think of the Jade figure? JMC, what up, Jeff and crew? What's up, JMC? How are you? Blade time. Yeah, Jeff. Who needs food when you can get a figure? Absolutely. Words to live by. I mean, that's what ramen noodles are for, right? And cup of noodles. John Morrissey. Hooray. And thanks to all you teachers. Absolutely. One of my good friends, been a teacher basically as long as I've known her. And in 1 year of like being a teacher in waiting, paraprofessional, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how teachers even remotely do this. And I am the PE substitute. I've been doing that since February. And I'm like, oh man, like that episode of The Simpsons when Homer keeps finding out Marge is pregnant again and he's like losing his hair. That's kind of how I feel like with some of those classes. And it's like, oh my goodness. But wow, doing it for multiple years is amazing. So yes, thank you all you teachers out there. David Thanos, love that shirt. Got one like that. It's one. Yeah, man. I love the multiple character shirts because it's like, every time you go around, people go, "Oh, that's my favorite character." So it's kind of cool because it's like, hey, there's somebody for everyone. In this one, I'm trying to see where Black Panther is. T'Challa. You probably can't even see him. He's so far below. There you go. I think you can see him. But no X-Men. This is the time frame where Inhumans good, X-Men bad. Craziness. And no Fantastic Four either. So this shirt is wild. King Collector, a gift card just in time for that superhero release, dude. You better believe it. It is like, once again, it's on. Robert's Infinite Realms. What's up, Robert? Hey, Jeff, how's it going? It's going pretty good, man. How about you? Northern Nomad, it's sucker time. Hey, Dave. What's up, my man, Jeffrey? What's up, Hank? How you doing tonight? Dark Knight 297. What's good, Figure Files crew? Ew. Jeff, tomorrow's my 1 year anniversary of my kidney transplant. Still going strong. Love to hear it, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Now, when I got my liver transplant, I had to wait a full year before I could have shellfish, which meant no shrimp, no crab legs. Those are my jam, especially during the summer. Do you have the same restrictions? And if so, what are you going to get with your first anniversary meal? Felix Guerrero, what's up, Jeff and the Fair Files crew? What's up, Felix? How are you? Man, G Brew, the allergies are no joke right now. Dude, I think I might have a dust storm in my room with all these figures that I'm bringing in here. It's crazy because it's like so much pollen. It's crazy. Hopefully, you find something that works for you. Maybe some hot tea, some lemon, some honey. Man, I'll do the trick for you. Rodney, what's going on? How you doing, Jeffrey? Yeah, I almost forgot to hit that like button. And I lucked up and was able to snag a Cyborg Superman. Where did you find a Cyborg Superman? It's Sir GL Rick Cage, Esquire. Greetings, citizens. Red alert! Shields up, Mr. Lyles. Shields are engaged. May fire when ready. Lawson says, Jeffrey, my wallet lately has belonged to Hasbro and Todd McFarlane. They just let me take it out to look at. Man, it's so real because I'm looking here. It is Hasbro. It's McFarlane, the McFarlane Tower. I think what I'm going to do is just pull up an obnoxious thing and just pull all these figures up at once. Just so y'all can go like, you are insane, dude. What are you doing? Open up your figures. John Kane. Yo, what's up, fam? What's up, John? How are you tonight? I got you, Snake Eyes. I'm going to break it down in a few minutes tonight. Ryan Daly got Banshee yesterday, so the all different lineup is complete. Finally. Ryan Daly. Today, I got Two-Face and Dr. Fate, but GameStop sent me the gold and black platinum Dr. Fate. Grr, not the one I wanted. Yeah. He's one where it's gonna be tricky if you get that platinum one. Maurice, excuse me. Got my pal loot and some other stuff. Big Bad Toy Store really ambushed me recently. Speaking of ambushing, how much stuff did you get? Lawson, Jeffrey, the host with the most positive attitude in toy collecting. Well, thank you. I'll take that. Now I've got to figure out a cool way to make that into like put that around the border. That'd be cool. Snake Eye says, thank you. Lawson Wallace for the figure. And the figure is amazing. Head sculpt on Commissioner Gordon is good though. Yeah. Like the figure, I hate those old clunky cartoon hands. Thumbs are ginormous. David Thanos just got the notice that Tony the Tiger is in my loot. Oh, nice. Hey, in before the gate shuts down. Being a fine figure. Hey everyone, what's up? Being a fine figure. How are you tonight? Hustle SM. What's up, Jeff? What's up, chat? What's going on, Hustle? Lone Dragon. I am a Yama eating a banana. Juan Sanchez, I'm going to save your comment. I think you're talking about our main topic for tonight. So I'm going to start and break it down soon. Same for you, Hustle SM. I'm going to answer that soon because I bet we're going to have a lot to talk about with that. King Elector. Yeah, I've been so disappointed by my Walmart. I stopped checking for figures there every week. So the thing is, at this Walmart, that's the closest one. It's like they're like maybe 4. that I can get to that I won't and I know I won't be disappointed totally when I go to. So there's the one that's closest to my job, which was ironically the closest one to where I used to live. So I would go there before I would go to work because I didn't have to be there till later. And there's one way back from our old place where we used to live when I was growing up. And then there's one that's further out. It's maybe like I think it's about 40, 45 minutes. It's a good drive, so it doesn't feel as long as it is. It's just like, wait, how'd all that time go by? It's only bad if there's nothing there and I go all the way out there just for that Walmart. But the one that's closest to me is kind of like, it can be real hit or miss. And when it hits, it's like, yes, let's go play that lottery ticket because you have won the day. But most of the time, it's like, oh, okay, stuff. Do I feel like sitting in this line? No. So it's just how the way it goes. John Morrissey. Are you all sitting down? This week, I found Professor X Savage Land in the wild at Target. I haven't found an exclusive figure in the wild in about a decade. Yeah, he's been pretty constant in the targets I've seen. Shout out in the chat if you're still looking for Professor X, because I don't know who's still there looking for him now. Lawson. McFarlane had their weapons pack 2 on sale for $10 last week, and I got one. Lots of guns from figures, machine guns, pistols, ray guns, Flash Gordon style. Should have gone ray gun when you said that. Quite a deal. How many did they pack in those weapon packs? There's a lot of packs there. David Thanos did a quick run today. Found a platinum purple Batman. Found 3 sets of the Monday Night War Monsoon Build-A-Figure sets. Got me a DDP Chase. Found the new set with Sting, but no Chase. Man, how are you finding these DDPs? Because I actually still need one. It's crazy. And I'm really excited now because I got my Lex Luger Ultimate Edition, and I'm still like, why do we not have an Ultimate Edition DDP? Because the diamond cutter, the butterfly shoulders seem like a match made in heaven. What's going on? Ryan Daly looks at Jeff's shirt. Remember when Black Knight was going to be in this? I remember we were going to have a new Blade movie, so a lot of stuff. Just us and Pepperidge Farm remembers that. Luke Cage and Black Panther both on the same shirt. Not bad. I want to say Falcon is on here too. It's so sad that I can go immediately. Hey, what's the other black guy who should be on this shirt? I think he's on here. Or is on, yeah, here he goes. You can see there we go. My camera skills suck. There you go. So there's Sam Wilson. So we've got all 3 of the main ones. Brian P. got Adam Warlock and finally a NECA. Kessler Wolf. Nice. Which was your favorite? I didn't realize that sale ended. I would have checked it out. Lawson, Dark Knight 297. I'm so glad you and Jeffrey both had successful transplants. We're all so much better with you guys in it. Absolutely. And it is like a craziness when you get that news and you're like, okay, it's happening. That's not always the case with everybody. Elmer Johnson? Please let me know if I'm butchering your name, but I think it's Elmer. Please let me know again. I admire the Street Fighter collection in the background. Thank you. DJ needs to get on here, and I'm so lame and not writing his review, but like other figures keep going, no, we're here first. We're here now. And you need to knock us out first. But hopefully I'll have DJ, Bison, and Cammy. Actually, I need to get Bison, Cammy, and Guile so I can actually put them on here. But DJ is actually right there in the distance, which you can't see because I'm going this way. But he's here. I need to get those other 3. I have them in my Amazon cart waiting for the sale to drop to, a decent price and not $30. Maurice, Mayfex, Daredevil in gray and blue Hush Batman, nice. Deluxe Figment Link, Red Sonya, Spider-Man, India, nice. Captain Cold, Power Girl, regular and platinum, Chameleon, come and go. The Crazy Figure 112 scale figure, female body, nice. What's your favorite? David Thanos, my Target has a peg full of those Professor X. Yeah. David Thanos got Cyborg Superman on the way. From where? Yeah, Eternals. I really feel like they mess things up. They should have made Inhumans a movie and make Eternals a TV show. Worries, my wallet tried to take a hit out on me, but I was too broke to go through it. Lawson, you should do a live chat night where you just unbox stuff. All right, let me show you what I've got. I'm not going to unbox right now because it's like so much stuff. Dark 1997. Eating fried shrimp for the first time since last year, right now as we speak. Dude, it is like celebration time. Come on. All right, let me see if I can pull up this insane tower up here. David Thanos, I think I'm keeping GameStop in business. Man, I went to GameStop today. I was like, what am I walking out of here with? And they had some stuff because the one I went to, their pegs are like pushed up. They don't have like the big figure display of like some of the other stores where you have like action figures kind of on multiple aisles or whatever. It's just on one major thing, but they're stuffed. All right, let me see if I can pick up all these McFarlane figures here. So, the foolishness, like I said, it's crazy. Let me see if I can move this here. All right, so this is what I got this week. It's insane. There we go. All right, so first up, what I actually found in stores was Damage. Shout out to anyone who remembers Danny D. Kane because I can't stop hearing that every time I see Damage. Now, this figure is solid. I don't necessarily like the texture that they put on him. Maybe you can see that because he's using a Green Lantern body. But I was really curious. I was like, this color scheme looks really bright. And it should be like a midnight blue and not this Atom colored blue. And looking at this figure, and I know it will require a little bit of work, but I'm wondering if I can find a way to shrink his legs down or transplant some different ones. Maybe that Robin Carey version. I think he would make for a really easy custom of the Atom. In the interim, I'm going to figure out which midnight blue I can do a really good dry wash on him to make him look like how he does in the comic book. But otherwise, really solid. Really interesting getting this Kingdom Come era of the Justice Society of America. Especially when you can see behind me. Yeah, there we go. That almost worked out right. We got all kinds of different JSA members here. Also, Starman, because I realized that, I see both of these guys at this Target. I probably don't need to mess around and go, oh man, I saw them both. So I got him. Damage, I paid the $25.99 price point for, even though none of the pegs had that. All the pegs had them for $22.99. So I got Starman actually priced accordingly. So, pegs don't say $25.99. Got them for $22.99. So that was cool. Next up, and these next batch of figures come courtesy of my good friend Lawson Wallace, who helped me out. Here's Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. She looks great. Love his colors. Soft goods cape for the win. And she's got her sword. Kind of wish that maybe she also came with crypto because that would also make sense. But great to actually have her in the collection. I want to save this dude for last because I was really excited about him. And let's go with him next. Two-Face to continue all of my iconic takes of Batman's villains. He looks good. I love this color scheme. I don't know if I need a platinum one, but this is the one I really was happy to get. So got him. Next up, Dr. Fate, more soft good cape action. He's actually using the Blue Beetle mold where some of these other Golden Age characters should have used, but he looks really cool. And I need to figure out how to get in there. Yeah. And paint his neck flesh because even on the back, it's got that done like that. So not sure what happened there. But then finally, this guy, one of those candidates for figure of the year. He looks amazing. This Superman, really good stuff. I'm so hoping we get a Wonder Woman to match up with him. Then, oh wait, I definitely need to show this off too. Then Lawson actually did this comic book, Lorna, Relic Wrangler. Check it out. You can see his signature there. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to give this a read. Looking forward to that too. So that'll be cool. My comic book shop, the one closest to me, Third Eye Comics, had their big free comic book day sale. Couldn't make it over there Saturday, but was able to get some stuff online. And my brother, Jace, who some of you all know from Lyle's Movie Files, was actually able to go up there, so he got some stuff for me in Boston. Just so you can see it, because I forgot to do it yesterday. Bam, he's got Baroness in hand now. Thank you. He thanks you as well. So they had a sale, 20% off of everything, which meant the $25 figures are back to old school $20 prices. So I got Princess Leia from Star Wars / A New Hope. Got her. That was cool. And then finally got Storm Shadow, G.I. Joe Ninja, just in time for Slice and Dice to join Cobra. And I got this guy, Adam Warlock. Very excited to get him. Add him to my Infinity Gauntlet setup. So I get to do that all over again. And I absolutely had to save this guy for last. Y'all know I've been clamoring, no, screaming for this figure for months, nay, years. And now he is finally joining my collection. It's this guy, green and yellow Banshee, so I too can complete my giant size X-Men. Fortunately, no paint issues. I'm ecstatic to get this guy. So I think these two are for sure going to end up in my favorite figures of the year list. But Supergirl could be on there too. Dr. Fate could be on there too. Lots of quality figures. Great time to be collecting figures. Till tomorrow. We'll get into that soon. All right, let's see what else is going on in the chat. John Morrissey. Congrats, Dark Knight. I am so sick of daily dialysis and cannot wait for my kidney transplant. I'm so happy for you and your new kidney. John, hopefully you will get that call soon, my friend, because I imagine that must be a super, super pain. Rodney Lawson, I feel you, man. Spent about $150 on GameStop pre-orders in the past 2 weeks. It's real, and they get their stuff fast. It's like they have the pipeline to McFarlane stuff, so they're getting it very quickly. Lawson, I got the news that Tony the Tiger shipped a few days ago, so I can't wait to get them. Some of y'all have been, but the rest of y'all, this is going to be the time now where let me know what you picked up this week, what you got, what's on en route for you. Lone Dragon, looking for NECA, Elisa Meza, and Zabu Build-A-Figure parts if anyone can help me out. Excuse me. Is Elisa from Gargoyles? Clearly, you can tell I watched the show. Which Build-A-Figure parts are you looking for Zabu? And can anybody help? Also, thank you for the reminder. Lawson is looking for Build-A-Figure parts for Armadillo. He also has a Build-A-Figure of the Void that if anyone needs, he's happy to trade or whatever. You let me know, let Lawson know. But yeah, I did remember finally, Lawson. Michael Solis, I got Super 7 Chitara and a couple of those NECA Ben Cooper figures. Nice. Which one did you like? And which ones were you happy to open up? Hank Dave, Walmart rearranged all McFarlane's collector's section near electronics. The regular area next to WWE and G.I. Joe's are Gonzino. Yeah, but they don't have any new G.I. Joe's. I think I did go to Walmart and they had Miles Morales and Ultimate Iron Man, but the restocking is a little bit lame right now. Blake Tarpley finally got that recent McFarlane Superman that my Justice League desperately needed, courtesy of our Lawson. Discounted from Amazon, the Rebel Soldier and Stormtrooper 2-pack. Pile of loot is building. Yeah, man, it's real out there. All right, I'm starring that one, Lawson. You still need Savage Land Professor X. All right. Got you. John Morrissey, thank you, fam. Appreciate that. I remember they're feeling all too well, and I pray that you get your call for yours soon. Absolutely. Zach Williams. What's up, Zach? Professor X be peg warming. Yeah, it's funny. Let me see here if I have that picture. I did shoot him. So he's so weird with his scaling, but it doesn't really matter because I'm never gonna have him outside of his chair, outside of the hover chair. But he's using that Hank Pym body, and he just is sadly, crazily out of scale. So here's what he looks like next to the Kazar and Magneto. And it's kind of interesting because he has been working out, and I don't know how and when, since he's so busy telling Scott and crew what to do. This Magneto, I've been like, he's okay, he's fine. The best one in my collection. But yeah, I probably am going to need yet another new classic Magneto that's just buffer. I mean, I know the dude he didn't get jacked up until Jim Lee started rocking on him, but man, it's crazy out here. Snake Eyes. I need Professor X. Maurice, I'm gonna need to hit eBay to get the Savage Land Professor X and Jean Grey one of these days. I don't do that, man. They're plentiful. We'll see what we can do to help you out. King Collector Rodney, I did that with a Silver Age Superman when he saw that everywhere. And GameStop had it online, surprisingly. Yes. 18 weapons? That's solid. 4 pistols, 1 shotgun. The rest machine guns and submachine guns. Very cool. Michael Solis, Walmart looks like they are decreasing their toy aisles. So are yours like shrinking? Because mine has all the space. It's just they don't have figures. Like the Transformers, they actually beef back up, and they're getting the new wave of Marvel Legends, which is encouraging. They have put some new WWE figures out there. That's the one they seem to keep pretty well stocked. But there's not a lot of other stuff. I mean, the Star Wars figures, they did just put the shipper up with the new stuff, which was really cool. But that has a lot of hanging over acolyte figures, skeleton crew. So it's like not a lot of room for anything new on the pegs over there. And they're awesome. Elmer, I'm sorry. Wow, butchered it. As I was saying, good job, Jeff. You got his name right. Elmer, cool. Thank you. Main 3, but Storm is cooler than all of them. Well, I mean, we can't put any X-Men on here. Devin B. I found Two-Face today and picked up the Black Series Darth Maul. That Darth Maul is a great figure. He has the kind of articulation I wish all the Jedi had. He was so much fun to pose. Henry G. Hey, what's happening, gang? What's up, Henry G? Good brother Jeff. Hope everyone is doing spectacularly this week. Doing pretty good, Henry. How about you? Skew Raider. Figure Files crew. What's up, man? How are you? My local GameStop had an X Factor Cyclops, Professor X in his hover chair. That's interesting. I didn't even know that he was showing up in the stores too. Lego Star Wars Kid. What's up? Got me Dr. Fate yesterday at GameStop. Huh. I went to my GameStop and I think I was disappointed because they didn't have any new DC figures. Like, excuse me, this is just the stuff y'all always have. I mean, I shouldn't say always have, but it was just like, I've already got this stuff. David Nano, Cyborg Superman from GameStop. I went there and they had the new X-Men wave. Nice. Lost in Love Damage figure. Want to get him. He's solid. You're probably gonna be like me and go, this paint is not accurate. It's not bad because I actually saw one panel that had him with those colors, but it's much more of a midnight blue. Lone Dragon, my target got Adventures in Dino Land Chuck, but no Street Fighter 2, much less a Blue Guile. And the only holothon thing I saw was the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ghost 2-pack, which I suppose you did not want. Maurice, I got those Silver Age figures a couple weeks ago, and that Superman is pretty much the definitive Superman I've been looking for. So I guess you can move along now. Yeah, that Superman is going to be tough. Real tough to beat because I was looking at my Superman figure collection just in totality and between the DC icons, the DC classics. I don't know if they ever really gave us their end all be all Superman figure from Mattel. So I'm really curious to see what they do this time. I've got the DC Essentials one, the DC Direct Superman, and came, as part of that, Return of Superman deal. That was a good figure. But the original Action Comics 1000 Superman actually held up pretty strong when he showed up. And then the Mayfix Superman is pretty good too. But I think this one, top of the pile right now. So we'll see what happens. But he's gonna be really hard to beat out, especially since he's got a soft goods cape. David Thanos. Awesome. More figures with trigger hands. Not hating. Just upset the tide is giving us trigger hands on figures that don't use guns. Yes. Lawson. Starman looks great too. The black with stars look is fun. It is. I wish they'd given us that separate head sculpt with the bearded Tom Caller head sculpt. Put on another hand with a Legion ring because Lightning Lad needs at least one member of the Legionnaires to hang out with. Went to a GameStop at the mall and saw 6. Wow. Oh, and that Supergirl's sweet. David Thanos, absolutely. Supergirl is a great fig. Yes, Lost it. Thank you again, Lone Dragon. Aha! Jeffrey knows the Chuck Heist gang. My guy Dom and I were family. So, I got them all solid. Jalen, man, good pickups. I'd love to find Damage in Starman. It was funny because I got Damage and was like, I really think you need to go back and get Starman. And when I got home, it was just late enough that I was like, I don't feel like going back out. But then the next day, right after work, I made a beeline to make sure he was still there. And he was. So that worked out well. Lego Star Wars kit. Doing my best to jump down the villains rabbit hole. Which villains? Marvel Legends? DC? Which ones? Ski Raider. Heist-tastic, Jeffrey. Holy heisting, Batman. Congrats on Supergirl, especially. Congrats on all of them. Dope. Yes. It's funny because I've got a bunch of McFarlane figures I still need to review, and it's like, hey, there's more. It's all good. What do I need a weekend for? Lego Star Wars kit. Perfect soups. He pretty much looks like it. I mean, where did he go that fast? We got the double jointed elbows on this bad boy. That perfect head sculpt. The only thing might be that black outline around that S, but I mean, in all other respects, the Superman, I mean, they got the color right. It's like, bam, he is solid. And, I was looking. Damn, there we go. That Superman, because he's got a smile on his face, I'm really wondering if I could have him work for Legion of Superheroes, slightly older Superboy. I think that he could, which means I still might want to track down the Garth Rands version of Lightning Lad. Maybe. So we'll see. Ryan Daly, I wish Two-Face had the checkered pattern on the purple side. Me too. But Todd wouldn't even get penguin pinstripes on his pants. True. So it's like, how steady is your hand? All about the villains. I still haven't found a black and white Two-Face. He seems like he's been a harder platinum for more people to find. Can't get lucky. Yeah, those McFarlane texture costumes kind of mess up a figure like that Kilowog. That's why I didn't buy them, because I was like, not working for me, Todd. Austin, Jeffrey, that's Superman, Dr. Fate, and Supergirl were on a stolen truck. McFarlane Toys told me that it was one of the sets that was covered. Nice. So I've got the recovered goods. Nice. Hank Day, Todd should release a proper 90s Wonder Woman to match JLA. Hey, it's wild because he needs to release a bunch of Wonder Woman. He needs to release a Wonder Woman to match this Superman. Excuse me. We need a 90s JLA Wonder Woman. Probably going to need an absolute Wonder Woman before it's all said and done. We'll see here because time is ticking. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's like you see him with me on the show every week, but I don't see him in person to give him the figure for a while. And I know you gave that to me a minute ago. Hank Day and a Teen Titan Robin. We are getting a Nightwing, so that might be the best thing that we get. Did I get that Ewok 2-pack? No. I want more Ewoks. I feel like we need more of them, but I already had those figures, really. And they gave us the cartoon versions, which didn't really fit in with my other Ewoks. Tom Finn 2018 says 2025. The year I stopped hating and started relating. Got Damaged, Nightmaster, Jade, and Jonah Hex. Regular version stands the General. And this week, still waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to get Dr. Fate in. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what Mattel does. And we'll get to that soon because it's like these figures have been good pretty good, good enough to tide what we're thinking. But I feel like lately, more of them have been good and really good. And occasionally we've rang the bell and hit, and this figure's great. So I don't know. I hope he's still got a lot more to come for us here. Excuse me, hang day. Everyone smash the like, fam. Thank you. It's John Cena. Princess Leia looks great. She does. That head sculpt looks awesome. They did a great job with her. Ironic body. You need to get the Warlock Special Edition comics. Really cool wrap covers on each issues. Which one are those? Jalen, this week I got Superman, Supergirl, Two-Face, Dr. Fate. Huh. Hey, Jamelin. Maybe we should talk about that later on. Spoiler. Lawson. I finally got Banshee this week too, Jeffrey. Yes, he was. I just opened him before the show so I could have peak excitement when I started because I wanted to be like, he's here. And he came out great because he was the one I knew because I passed up several figures. Saw him at GameStop, multiples at the one I went to today. I've seen him at the GameStop right down the street from me. Saw him at other stores. I was like, nah, my one from Hasbro Pulse is going to be fine, flawless, and just straight up dope. And he was. So that worked out well for me. Perfect Banshee got him last week. Yeah, Lego Star Wars kid. It's just like this is solid. That's what I wanted. Right. Exactly. Like I got y'all beat this week, fellas. What's up? But they haven't said everything they got, so we'll see. See Raider. Let's go. Giant size X-Men. Yes. Robert. I just got nothing this week, but had so many big weeks earlier this year combined with pumping the brakes with the insanity. I'm good with it. Got a free pre-orders out, but keeping that down too. You're going to have to. Jamelin, where did you get Mayfax Superboy from? Oh man, I'm so like I'm seeing pictures now. Like, oh man, people are getting in Superboy. It's exciting. Laurie joined late, but just in time to hear Lost and Wallace getting some kudos. His box of Red Sonja was one of two sitting on my front porch when I got home. Figure looks great. Oh yeah, other box had Tony the Tiger. Nice. So they can have Red Sonja on the shoulders of Tony the Tiger. Had to work on my phrasing as I was saying that in my head. Ski Raider got Rom yesterday. What'd you think? King Elector. I was at GameStop yesterday. They had a lot of new stuff, but no Supergirl, no Two-Face, no Killer Croc, no Cyborg Superman, no Dr. Fate, nothing I was looking for. Yes, Cyborg Superman was the one I was looking for there. Tom Finn, Tony the Tiger, sleeper hit of 2025. I don't know, man. Are people sleeping on him? I figure this is awesome. Maurice, after many months, Big Bad Toy Store finally has the NECA. Jessica Fletcher. Murder, She Wrote. Banshee got jeans boots. John Morrissey. My Banshee is shipped. Cannot wait to get him in my grubby mitts, man. It's going to be so fun. Actually having a Banshee that I'm not embarrassed to have on the shelf. David Thanos. Now Tony the Tiger out. I regret not getting Count Chocula and Frankenberry. Excuse me. Check your Ross stores. I've seen Count Chocula quite a bit. I've seen Frankenberry a couple of times, but you might be okay finding him there. Oh, about the villains, the clouds back up for real? Interesting. I wonder if that means it's about to ship. Picked up some modern Marvel cards and a bunch of books. Just ordered Egon Spengler and Winston Zedmore Mondo enamel pins through eBay. So those more books should be here next week. Nice. Maurice, I think the only giant X-Men figure I'm missing is that first appearance type Wolverine. Yeah, because the one that we have for him doesn't quite work. And we have the one that came in a 2-pack with Hulk, but then he needs a different head. So it's just like, but that one is much more suited to hang out with X-Men than the other ones. Finish Bob. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, everyone. What's up, VB? How are you? Magneto absolutely should be a bit bigger than that, Maurice. Michael Solis. Out of those Ben Coopers, I got Joker, Alien, and Trick or Treat. Those are solid. I like the Joker one. It's really fun. All about the villains. Savage Land Professor X looks great as a basic GI unit. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that for him. Yeah, but he could work really for any kind of army builder set. And by the way, they're sitting on the pegs here. You might be on discount at clearance next month. Pixelated poses. What's going on? What's up, all? Professor X, strong mind and body. Right, he's flexing on us. Shawn Michaels styles. Northern Nomad. Either Xavier too tall or Magneto too short. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Oh. Well, if Lawson doesn't need that one, I need that piece, Blake, because I still don't have it. I think my armadillo is missing that left arm. Maybe just the head now. Maybe I need to call Keith to get the head. Good luck if you got that reference. Oh, Blake does. Lawson does have that. But Blake, give me up because I do need that arm. Yeah, my Walmart has had tags up for the mini comic wave for weeks, but won't stock anything but the stupid evergreens. I wonder if your stores already had them, Lone Dragon, because my stores and my Walmarts don't tend to keep stuff on the pegs for a while. I wonder if people grab them on you. Oh, no. John Morrissey. My Banshee is delayed 2 weeks because my credit card number was stolen right before Hasbro tried to charge my account. But now he is on his way. I agree that he looks great. Yes. G-Brew. I use the Mayfix Magneto on my main X-Men display. Crazy dynamic. Scales well. The scale for the target Xavier is very Jim Lee. Lee buffed up everyone, including Xavier. He's built like, yeah, he does. I mean, no argument there. He looks solid. It's just now I need like a Jim Lee inspired Magneto to actually match up with him. Nice. Ironic on it. Last thing I received was a NECA Ernie and Bert. Seen some really cool figure photography with those. Really? How are they making that work? Because I'm like, that's the one thing that's kind of stalled me out in shooting those figures. I'm like, what backdrop to use for those guys? Michael Solis. My Walmart aisles decreased by 1 or 2, and they just combined a collector aisle and RC cars. Oh, and I think they might have put a little bit in that one too. So now that you mentioned that, yes. Lawson, I love it. If Todd did the 80s mullet haired Starman, Jeffrey. Yeah, I liked his costume too. And then we need a classic Ted Knight Starman. It's just, there's so many. And I don't know how long in the 2026 he has a license, but we really need him to keep cranking. Like, keep working the factory. Keep them coming out to us. Man, a classic Dawn Star would be awesome. It is such a rabbit hole because there's so many Legionnaires. This is why I got so annoyed with Mattel because they could have made those Legionnaires and they had that ready-made audience. They gave us the best way to get a ton of Legionnaires out there. We got Starman as a bonus, but we needed Dawn Star. We needed Dream Girl, Duo Damsel. I mean, there's so many. And it's just like, here's Saturn Girl hanging out with all these dudes. So bad. I mean, Jeffrey owns figures now from Big McFarlane Walmart Heights. I can't make that same claim. Lawson, for story time, I think we'll say we both got them. We hopped on the back of the truck, open it up, I held your legs, and we went down, open it up, Tom Cruise Mission Impossible style, and secured the package for us. Yeah. The thing that messed me up with that last Supergirl was the all red legs. It's like, why is she even bothering with a skirt? She's got these boots that go all the way up. Lone Dragon. Now I feel like a sucker for picking up that one Superman with a glossy costume. It's just, you never know. So I always feel like if there's a Superman that looks cool and Superman's a character, you can pose him with so many different teams. It's all good. So I think you're all right on that end with that Superman. You can find another use for him. Henry G. Pile of loot shipment. NECA Gargoyles, Lexington, Loose Collector, Liefeld figures, AMK Pro, Starscream, Storm, Blanca, Legacy United, Ramjet, Damage, Starman, Supergirl, Batman, 1 million came through. As always, which one's your favorite, Henry? Multiverse figs from GameStop and Amazon. Nice. I wish the new Superman had a wire along the bottom. The Supergirl has superior cape posing and twisting ability compared to no wire on the bottom. I didn't know that. I wonder if we could cut it in there. Lefty Two Lions, BK. What's up, Lefty? How are you? Lawson says, you want to put pinstripes on the Two-Face figure? Use lots of this Maya masking tape and then paint the stripes unevenly throughout the figure. It's the way to go. Don't draw them on. Are you doing that with yours? I want to see how it turns out. Absolute Batman would be sick. All about the villains, yes. Absolute Wonder Woman, absolute Superman, absolute Batman. Absolutely. All about the villains. I don't collect Star Wars vintage, but that Bantha looks so good. And he sold out too. Lawson, I finally found a loose McFarlane Batgirl figure. Need to get a wired cape for her. Absolutely. Jalen, I get almost all my May effects through Amy. Sold out there, or is there still a chance to get it before he's $1 million? Lawson, Cyborg Superman looks great. I hope I can find one. Same. Henry G says, Jalen, I'm about to ship May Effect Superboy from Hobby Lobby, Japan. Let me know what you think. All right, Warlock. Reprints the classic Warlock. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. He's an interesting character. I wouldn't mind getting him in a figure form either. Jibu, 50th anniversary of Giant Size X-Men #1 this year. Come on, Hasbro. Where's my 1970s X-Men updates at? And you said Warlock. Would this be like his original costume or his second one where he's rocking the cape? I'm trying to think what that Marvel character is. It Dreadstar that I'm thinking of? Let me go through here really fast. Ski Raider says Rom and Chris Star dreams come true. Comic ass super team just need to find reasonable sea monkey. Yes. Let me see. What is this dude's name? It's gonna drive me nuts the rest of the time. Oh, no way. Let's see here. Darn it. That's not. Now it's going to hound me all night until I remember that guy. Jeez. Brian P. Look, if they get to Jessica Fletcher, where are my Columbo and Perry Mason? Just one more question. Where's our Columbo figure at? Buff! I used to pre-order Hasbro lock on price for Joe's Star Wars and some Marvel Big Bad Toy Store. Nice. Lawson. I love for someone to make new X-Files figures, Psych figures, and even a Monk figure. There you go. That doesn't sound great, Tom Vid. Kind of makes it not worth it then. Oh, I got your comment, Star Lawson. I'm all set for it. Blake, I don't have too many Build-A-Figures, so I have huge bags of pieces. There should be some kind of fun meetup where people can give away or exchange them. That would be fun. Maybe we can do it in June. David Thanos. Love that Killer Croc from the 2-pack. He looks cool. It's like, why would we pair him up with the Grim Knight? Lone Dragon. It's the right legs I need to complete a Zabu, and I wouldn't mind another head. So let's see. That would be Cable and actually have that one. Let me see. Who is it? I actually have the right legs. Where's the left one I have? I know Icarus has one of them. Who does Icarus have? That's the problem because I have Icarus. I haven't opened them. And I don't know which legs he has. All right. I'm starting this one too. King Elector. Jeff, use that McFarlane Batman 66 villain layer as your Burton Ernie backdrop. I thought about that. That could work. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to soon. Larry, whenever I hear Starman, I think of NES Pro Wrestling. I want to make that luchador. Now, what's out there that can be Kit Bash to make him? And King Corn Karn. And who was their Nature Boy stand-in? Man, that was a fun game. You got it. Thank you. Michael Solis. Listen, guys, no one be a hero. Put the Supergirl in the bag. John Morrissey. Please forgive my ignorance, man. It's all good, man. That's what we're here for. To help each other out. But many of you keep mentioning these collector aisles at Walmart and Target. I only frequent the action figure aisle. Where's the collector outlet? So with Target, their collector aisle, and typically, if you're doing like me, if you see a similar age person walking to the back, you're like, I'm gonna need you to go bare left to go to get some stuff for your kid, your baby. But so like if you're going straight down that main aisle in the TV section and like you see the TV and the Verizon employees ready to pounce, hey, who's your service provider? We've got a great deal for you today. Over normally to the right side where they have the video games, there's a few more electronic stuff. On that back wall is where they have their collector section. Some Targets have a pretty decent sized one. Others just have like a really small wall, but that's where they'll have their DC Multiverse figures. Their NECA stuff is almost entirely over on that wall. You'll see a lot of Funko Pops over in that section. Trying to envision what else is there. Some of the Batman animated series stuff from McFarlane's over there as well. In Street Fighter, if you have a really good collector edition section, your NECA, all your NECA stuff, your Sesame Street figures, if they have them, will be there as well. In Walmart, same deal, sort of. They have their collector edition figures in their electronics section. Now, I've gone to several Walmarts. They don't have them as uniform. They're basically in the midst of their electronics section. Some will have them in an aisle, and it'll be just like on one of those wall deals, their little mini walls, shelf deals, and they'll have some pegs set up for them. Others will have like a dedicated longer section with a lot of walls and all this stuff. Let me see. I might still have my video where I shot a collector section at a Walmart so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And you don't just have to rely on me saying, yeah, this is what it looks like. Let me see if I still kept that on here. But it's typically a smaller section, and it's like, oh, okay. I think I might have actually deleted it now that I'm trying to go and find it. Of course, that's the way it always goes. It's like, oh, no one over need it. So I think I did. But you can typically find those pretty easily. Just they're in the middle around the TV section and just keep walking in between the Walmart aisles to find them. Target, they're on the back wall. All about the villains. I got Panda Con delivered yesterday, and tomorrow should be the chase set of Task Force McFarlane with red Darkseid Build-A-Figure. Those are the most interesting chase figures I've seen all year. That Superman red, I was like, what's happening? Harry G is nuts. How all those May the 4th Pulse exclusives sold out. Finished collectors be eating good. Seriously, don't they? They really, really do. Original, no cape, and also cape versions of the series. Thanks, Ironic Bionic. Now, if you could help me remember what character I was thinking about who had like this bogus lightsaber deal, man, I can't believe I'm blanking on that guy's name now. Amy, Ami. There you go. It's not Superboy. Huh. All right. Thank you. I might have to check this out. Right note. Check Ami. What's that shipping like nowadays? Icarus and Kazar. Kazar is the one that has it. Okay. Ray Cage. At least two of my local comic shops sell trade Build-A-Figure parts. That's smart. I don't know why most of them don't do that. Jalen, that Killer Croc does look good. I keep considering him, but I don't really care about the Grim Knight. I love my Mattel. Yeah, that Killer Croc is awesome. That was like one of their best ones. That was right before they were losing the license. We got that awesome Clayface and Killer Croc. Awesome Build-A-Figures for collecting in that. Walmart. Target is by the books. Walmart is by the DVDs. Pixelated poses. Ami is great. I've used them a few times. Make sure to select DHL for shipping. Noted. And adding that to my list. I have them pre-ordered right now through Big Bad Toy Store, but they're getting them faster. May have to make that move. Dark Knight 297 doubled up on the Maximum Spider-Man. That figure made me buy the 2 McFarlane Spider-Man runs in trade paperbacks. Nice. I liked his run. Giant Panther was a Ric Flair stand-in. Tan looked like a black guy with blonde hair. Just now I'm wondering if the NES Pro Wrestling Amazon was inspiration for Street Fighter Blanca. Yeah, man. I wonder how boring that game would be to play, but that was one I played a ton. John Morrissey. Thanks for the explanation, Jeff. I only collect Marvel Legends, but I like to frequent the collector sectors for friends and fellow filers. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's fun just to see what else they have over in other parts of the store. David Thanos, King, I saw the Croc in person. It's amazing. Just waiting for the 2-pack to go down in price. Yes. Man, Brian P, you know what I do? I tell him my job pays for my phone, which is true. It's not a lie. It's not even from a certain point of view because every 2 weeks they pay me and then I pay my cell phone bill. But they don't ask that question. So they just go, can't beat that. So yeah, it's like, how are we soliciting in the stores, Target? What's going on here? All about the villains. You get red and blue from the game for Fire and Ice levels. Love it. Oh, that's what that's from. Thank you. Lawson. McFarlane's big monster figures tend to be great. Darkseid, Man Bat, Bane, Killer Croc, Calabac, all amazing. Lawson. Kazar is such a nice figure. Great head sculpt and paint. Great body buck. Super clean figure. He is a very well done figure. Now that the tea is gone, switching over to water. Thank you, Dreadstar. Thank you. It's like I thought I said it and it totally slipped my mind. Dreadstar. That's the dude's name. I was pretty sure it was Jim Starlin. Right. There we go. Hey, they have the book in stock at Amazon. I know some of you are like, what is he talking about? But this thing was cool. The characters looked awesome. I had this deal. Now I gotta go and see if they have this thing in trade form for me. But this is what I was talking about. And thank you, Ironic Bonic, for refreshing my memory on that. Let's see. Let's see. My reception might be getting spotty because we're supposed to get a storm. Hopefully it'll cooperate. Yeah. At DC, see Killer Croc, Build a Figure is my main Croc. I'm not sure that new McFarlane one can replace him. Figure's awesome. I caught up to the chat. Awesome. David Thanos, I have 2 targets where their collector sections is 5 or 6 times. Right. There's some that are like crazy. There are others like teeny tiny. It's weird. All right, let's go through this real fast. It's 9:07. I meant to talk about this last week, and then the week got crazy, and I did not do a full-on video on this guy, but I needed to now. So let's talk about him. We've got this incredible Apollo Creed figure from Hyatt Toys. This guy looks really amazing. I mean, they put some serious work in the outfit. I mean, check out the cloth soft goods detail. The I'm gonna knock you out head sculpt. I mean, this is so much personality. This right down with that Carl Weathers likeness, and it's a nice look. I mean, the 3-ring biter socks. And check this out. He's even got a little bit of like, yo, it's hanging the way they actually do. So you got one that still got the elastic band nice and tight. This one's like, nah, dude, I'm done. Replace me out. Even the champ has this issue with his 3-ring binders. And then we got this, the jacket off, the robe off, the shoulders. I'm not quite sure what I think about them. I really think they needed butterfly shoulders because for a boxer, I mean, why does he not have them? He's got the the wrapped wrist going. That looks cool. He's got that. I mean, look at the boxing stance, solid. I don't know how much articulation I really need in my Rocky figures, but this is pretty solid. You can do this. I mean, this is a really nicely done Apollo figure. Now, the one thing, I mean, look at this. That work art. That was really, really cool. He's ready. I mean, I need Duke on the side in the corner with him, but it's solid. Do they have a ring? Yeah, they do, sort of, kind of. So here's what comes into this deal. So we've got our Ashton stand here. That's cool. An actual stool form. So we've got the different hand sculpts with the rip. Why do I keep saying ripped? With the wrist tape. Got the smiling hat head. So I don't think the hat actually comes off, but that's fine. Whatever. The bow tie, the jacket, the robe, and we got a corner of the ring. Now that's going to be interesting. I'm curious what they're going to do with other figures, like a Rocky. Is this really set up in a way where we can make a longer boxing ring with more figures or what? Very curious how that's going to look because, we want to be able to get a full-on boxing ring setup. But let's take a look at his price point. $120. And you'll note he's 112. So it's like, hey, man. This is like an amazing looking 12-inch figure. 6 inches. I'm like, that's a lot. But are we gonna get a better looking Apollo figure than this one? I don't know, but it looks really good. What do y'all think about it? DHL shipping for Super Wars about 26. It's not bad. Thank you. Okay. Lawson, that Apollo Creed is amazing. It is. Long Dragon. Well, crap. I'm gonna need that. Yes. John Morrissey, this storm that you just mentioned was here in Central Virginia about an hour ago. So it's definitely going to wait to you, Jeff. All right, Storm, hold off for another few minutes. Steve Nar, I also use it in my work. Takes care of my phone and my track trick on the target rising peeps. Work. It does because they can't say a thing. They've got to go, oh, can't beat it. Love that. It's like the ultimate hack for them. Use gesture. If the chest is rubber, it will be able to cross its arms. I'm hoping it does. All about the villains. Oh, thanks. Skin tone is off. Lost and Wallace. Jeffrey, I got the High Toys Judge Dredd figure, and I love it. Jalen Parks, the socks soft good too. Looks like it. King Elector. Yeah, that Apollo is amazing. It's awesome. I thought about it, but I got too many other figures coming up to get that one shot figure. Gotta get us a Rocky figure and a Drago too, right? Custom Action Jackson. Yeah, gonna need that vanity figure too. Dirt Dog. I'm saving your comment. I'm about to talk about that, but thank you. That's good news. News Jester 120. Ding ding ding. I'm out. Back to your quarter. Big Bad has Apollo Creed currently for 109. I don't know why that $10 is like, yes, make that happen. Ski Raider Apollo is fire. Like, he's very much like a Mesco figure, so price is similar. Hustle SM, High Toys Apollo Creed looks awesome. Why do I keep putting in words? Y'all are saying different things. I'm like, looks phenomenal. It does. Steve Nar, is this the first High Rocky Universe figure? I think so. Jamelin, well, for one, Apollo's 104, Big Bad, but it also comes with a lot, and the soft goods add a decent amount of value to me. Yeah, plus it's Apollo. Michael Solis, Creed looks amazing, but 120 is out of the range from 1-6. Lone Dragon says 120. Rambo is only 80. Wow. Lost it. Jeffrey, you should be getting another package for me in a few days. I'll send you tracking. Just a little surprise. I love surprises. Thanks, Lawson. Larry, 120. I'll hold them for a damage box. Not mint discount. I also need a rib cooking flamethrower for that custom Action Jackson. You better believe it. Comes up as 104. All right. I'm going to look over there. Maurice, one of those High Toys Rambo figures. Not really a Rocky fan, so while Apollo looks cool, I feel the same drive to get him. G-Brew, I think Rambo came with less stuff, though. I think you're right. Boy, get that in before the tariff change. David Thanos. Looks like the big rubber guys are going into 80s action hero guys. They're coming out with a Rambo in Jean-Claude Van Damme Bloodsport figure. That's what their big announcement was? Okay, that's interesting. News Jester. Crazy action figures 112 male and female figures have rubber chests and they can cross arms very well. That's good to know. Huh. King Elector. I wonder if Todd is just losing the multiverse line, but he's keeping the DC Direct and DC Direct line going. I would be down for that. Oh, it is 104. I just mistyped. Cross fingers. There we go. Thank you. I was like, I don't know what that one is because there's like so many different things. And then, like, if I look at it a certain way, it's like peace. All right. Thank you. Oops. All right, Ironic. Need a Pontiac Fiero for AJ too. Lone Dragon. Licensing didn't cost more for Stallone, though? Huh. That's an interesting question. Ski Raider. Rambo is fire. I got First Blood Part 2. They're all fire, but I recommend 2. Up to you, fam. Get it. All right. I like the sound of that. Okay, let's get into this topic now that I'm sure all of you are just as curious as I am about where this thing is going to go. So let's start here. So let's say like last week, we got this little announcement news. I think great. Maybe it'll play along. Oh, it won't. It just absolutely will not do this up here in Pulse. And they don't have a little thing where you can keep scrolling to make this thing go. They will show you all the stuff you can buy, but they have a little really small blurb that goes, "Hey, by the way, guys, your stuff is good. Your pre-order pricing is solid. There you go. Lock in your pre-order pricing today. Current pre-orders in May 9th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern time. So we're a little over 3 hours now, a little less than 3 hours before we see what this new pricing goes to. Very curious to see what they do with this, because it's like, what the heck's gonna happen? And then over on Big Bad Toy Store, they have the same thing, and they actually have it where you can read it. So shout out to them for that. So on their site, it's got a nice big window, so you can't say I didn't see it. Because I mean, the Pulse one is so fast, you'd miss it with their scroll. Hasbro pre-orders lock in pricing today. Well, let's see what those pre-order pricings are, because they end May 9th. All right, so here we go. Now, of course, I'm going, is that May 9th, like in a few more hours, or is it like almost May 10th? And you can see they've already started increasing their prices of figures to $25.99 for the 6-inch figures. The vintage collection is $17.99 is not going to work for me, dog. You see here, the Marvel Legends 2-pack, still $49, so that's solid. Scorbonox, $200 for Omega Supreme, and $17.99 for that price point for the vintage collection figures is crazy. It's just, man, they're so expensive. I mean, that's what I was paying for Black Series figures, and it just seems like it's so much. So you can see here, G.I. Joe's, everything's $25.99, $60 for Maximum Series Hulk. I don't think his price has changed, so that's one you probably might want to lock in. I don't know what the deal was with the Spider-Man $35 price point for him. So you can see they've got a bunch of stuff here to get before this magic window shuts down. 25, 44. So a lot of stuff that's going to potentially skyrocket in price in a few more hours, regardless if that's tomorrow or whatever. So the interesting thing is, we have no idea what these prices are going to be, but it's like, all right, what are they going to do? And Entertainment Earth started panicking people because they started jacking the prices up with pre-orders a little bit beforehand, and they have their pre-order pricing. This is what they're charging for Star Wars figures, $26.99. Vintage collection figures, $17.99, 26, and Shock Tees there already. But that's wild, because this is not a pre-order. This is the actual, you pay this price right this moment. So free shipping on $79.99 or $79 more. That'll be a lot easier, but that's about it. So you can see the price there for the Star Wars figures, Marvel Legend figures, 26, Green Goblin, 26. And these are figures that aren't just pre-order like this retro She-Hulk. Daredevil, Punisher, and Daredevil, 27, 26. Why are you $1 more, Frank? $26.99 for Dark Warbird. Maximum Spider-Man, closer in price to the Maximum Series Hulk, $29.99, but I think that might have been the price for him anyway. 53, and again, they had it for 49 over Big Bad, 42 compared to 39. So they've already started the price hike. Now, is this where they're going to settle on? Is this the endpoint for them, or are they going to go even higher? Here's some more. Oh, they're Transformers. So you can get another sense of them, what their pricing structure might look like. Triptychon, he's $218. No, the other ones are like right at 200. So that's a little wild there too. This 2-pack of Constructicons, almost $100. And when tax will take it over for sure. So we're seeing what they're charging. And I'm curious if this is the new price going forward. 37 for Voyager class, 27 for your deluxe figures. How does this affect your shopping? Over in TNI, Jay posted, I will say these are 100% confirmed, but this is what I expect to see for the prices. For the base Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified Series, $29.99. Vintage Collections, $21.99. They should stop at that point. $130 for the role play, I don't care. Transformers, $30 for the deluxe, $40 for the Voyager, $260 for the Titans, and $120 for the Commander series. That seems to be a whole lot. And I'm just curious, how does this affect what you're going to do? Are you going to pre-order before tomorrow at whatever point? Are you going to go, yeah, I'm going to have to wait for sales? I've been a big advocate of that. And I think maybe what I'll do is I'll lock in these pre-orders for some stuff. And there was some that I already pre-ordered because I was like, I want the stuff. So whatever. And this is long before the threat of tariffs were hanging over us. But now, like, boy, I mean, we could always get out of the locked in price point and wait for a sale. And I guess I think a big deal with this is when is this onslaught of new figures going to come? Is it going to be all at once where it's like, man, I don't have this money for all this stuff? Is it going to be spread out? And since we knew, Hasbro, that this stuff was coming, there's like an actual time frame for it, May 9th. How about getting more of that pre-order stuff out there for us? What about the cold slither set? That'd been really great to get that figure set up and out and available for people to pre-order right now. I know y'all want to do your bells and whistles presentation, but it sure would be great to be able to get it a little bit cheaper and not have to pay that full price point for it. So let's go to the chat. Let's see what everybody thinks. Let's see. All right. Jibru, I bet they're heading up to 30 to 35. Okay. All about the villains. Nerdzoic sent email too. Oops. Lone Dragon. Dang, better lock in the price on that Clue game. Right. Like, how are they going to charge more for Clue? Michael Silvers, no pre-orders. I'm waiting. I got burnt too many times paying full price for figures that became Ross regulars. Yes. Maurice, that land speeder was tempting, but I already got too many other things. Plus, I'm waffling on getting Vintage Collection or Black Series. I think the value's better with Black Series because they put more detail in them. The accessory count's about the same, but I think because you can pose them a little bit better, and I just feel like the value for the Black Series figures is a little bit better than the Vintage Collection. Now, if you want to get vehicles, definitely go Vintage Collection because you got vehicles, you got play sets, which are just not much of an option for the Black Series. Curious which way you go with it, though. Steak juice. I was lucky enough to find a Skullgrin and Dead End on clearance shelf at a Walmart near me. Now my Minosaur is complete. Nice. Kid Collector. Bro, I think you're right about a 35. I saw the Spider-Man at GameStop for 35 and I thought it was weird because the other Marvel Legends were still 24. Is that the Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3? Because he's been that price elsewhere too. Great price, Steak Juice. David Thanos, didn't work for me, brother. Had to sneak in a long haul and hook 2-pack for my kid. Yeah, it's wild. Robert, I've literally locked down everything I would get unless on clearance. I have a feeling that group is going to expand greatly due to this. Toy apocalypse is nigh. Lost Wilds, maximum disappointment, Hulk, you mean? Yeah, but I'm not bitter. Brian, I hope they bad honors my pre-order price of Legacy Beachcomber Super 7 Wily Kit that I did in January. Well, so let's go to their website because I mean they really don't make it seem like there's any like they were saying to lock in their prices. So let's just go to Beachcomber. Let's do that. No need to do the guesswork. I can go right here. All right, so Beachcomber pre-order. So you like your pre-ordering at 25. I don't think there's any reason to suspect that they're going to do something funny. I should probably pre-order them too because I like them, especially since we're seeing him in other books. No spoiler, but I think you should be straight. I mean, they said very clearly the pre-order window closes up May 9th. So I don't see any reason why they would go, just kidding. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. John, I plan to wait on the Thunderbolts 2-packs because I think the enthusiasm for the MCU remains at a nadir. But after I saw Hasbro's warning, I panicked and pre-ordered all 4 figures. David Thanos, I heard they got rid of the coupon codes. Which ones? Are you talking about Entertainment Earth? You put in Earth 20 or Earth 10. That'll still give you the coupon price. They just got rid of people who they partner up with for their affiliates to lose their vanity codes, which was mine, the Lyles MF. But you can still get that coupon code for 10% off. For in-stock items, just use Earth for Entertainment Earth 10. Steve Nar, I've decided I'm not going to play the tariff roulette game. I'll get the figures I want eventually. I'm not going to contribute madness as if all is normal with you. Patrick P. Hi. What's up, Patrick? Documentary, if you pre-order stuff, aren't you already locked in? Yes. Brian P. Toy News prices are correct, then Vintage Collection Star Wars is truly dead to me. Marvel Legends and Transformers. Yes, Ross and Ollie's going to be the go-to place. You know, it's wild because it's just like this thing of everybody's going to go, I'm going to find them at Ross and Ollie's. And there's stuff now at Ross and Ollie's that other people are finding that I am not finding. And I'm going to Ross and Ollie's just about every week, or at least Ross. Ollie's are a little bit further drive, but I don't know. I think if everyone's waiting, it's going to be harder. Stir up any panic. Lyle's Figure File says no more figures at Ross, but I just think it's going to be a little bit harder if everyone's waiting for him. So, yeah, good luck. Agreed on a Cole Slither set. Thank you, Ski Raider. All about the villains. Slither's Comic Con. No way they're going to save us the monies. It's all about the villains. About that, I mean, you know, saving us the money. I think they definitely want to sell this set out. And if this set, which pre-tariffs might have been, let's just say 150, is now 200, I think they're gonna have problems selling it out. And that's not to say it won't sell out, but I think we've seen Comic-Con exclusives sit on their outlet section for a long time. And I'm just wondering if we're going to see that. Let me go here. Let me see if the Omega Rangers is still on their site. Let's see. Maybe they're actually gone. Because I know they have all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Just because I'm trying to pull this out real fast. Let's see. I wish that outlet section was easier to get to, but I don't think they're actually trying to do me a solid with that. Let me go here. Because they really made it hard to find their outlet section. There we go. All right, let's go to the Hasbro Pulse outlet section. Because I think this is where a lot of us are going to be trying to make this thing work. All right, so we got some sellouts. These guys still there. It won't sell out. Low stock. Panic. She sold out, but I got her at Ollie's. Let's see here. Now, this casting, wasn't he part of? No, this is just basic one. Oh, let's see. I mean, they got 3 still. Pages of outlet stuff. I wish they just take the stuff that's sold out away, because it kind of makes no sense to keep it on here if it's sold out. It doesn't mean anybody can buy it. And I don't know if there's like such a huge man. So this was a Comic-Con set, right? Or is it a Pulse exclusive? Like, they have some stuff in here that's sat around. No, they've not added much of anything, and they have stuff that they absolutely could have. So I'm curious about that, what they're going to do with this. I kind of feel like, let me do one more quick thing. Hasbro Pulse spring 2024 sale. Let me do this here. Okay, let's see. I don't know why every time I try to do this, it pulls up other ones. Okay. It's ironic because one of these deals, let me see. I'm going to have to do something really fast here. Okay. Because the one place I can find was me. Okay. So, yeah, here, let's do this. Let's share this window. It's ironic. I follow this guy. He's pretty cool. I like his stuff. All right. So, according to my Pulse Power Sales 2024 breakdown, they had their last Pulse sale for the springtime in June. So that's interesting. Will we see this? Because if they do a big Pulse sale right after they've jacked up the prices, I don't know. That's going to be a great thing for them. But of course, these would not be for things that are currently up for pre-order. It would just be for the stuff they have in stock right now. So that'll be really interesting to see what they do. But next month, if that holds true, maybe we'll see another Pulse Power sale, which will make us feel a lot better. Look at the figures down to $20 and we'll be like, hey, this is awesome. Lawson, I have to take out a bank loan to buy groceries. Figures better not go up too much. Right. Rachel, Salinas. What's up, Rachel? I put in some pre-orders today. How many did you put in? Because I feel like I'm going to go back in there too. Ski Raider, Lock that price in. It was Colonel Mustard in the library. Carlos, I haven't had. I mean, I actually get stuff from Entertainment, so it's not just they're an affiliate of mine. So I'm going to tout the company line. I'm kind of stuff from them, and for the free shipping, once you hit that threshold, they don't charge you the shipping for this stuff. What have you gotten things that have been under that threshold, and they're charging you shipping? Hard act to follow. What's up? What's up, Christopher? How are you? Jeeper, most figures are manufactured in China. The tariffs on China are something like 145%. Normally, they exempt toys from this because of kids, but the decision makers do not appear to care, period, at this time. Ironic bonding. I canceled all my 5K toys. 5K toys pre-orders. Some are gone. Dang, I paid full, so I hope I'm locked. Hopefully. Lone Dragon. Everything I get is for my kids. I'm just taking care of it for all of them till they're born. Rick Hayes, yes. Yes, 314. I'm okay paying 20 to 45. I just can't troop build as many as a lower price. Yeah, Rick. I mean, I'm glad I have as many Cobra Troopers and Crimson Guard as I want because that G.I. Joe stuff is now rocking very hard. Lawson, Jeffrey, since I bought Steamboat $1 Million Man purchase, I'm now trying very, very hard to resist collecting wrestling figures. I tell you, first time someone does a Mr. Wrestling 1 and 2, I'm down. Those Ultimate Edition figures are so much fun with the articulation, and because they don't pump out a ton of those, I think that might be an easier way for you to get into them because most of the big names they've done in that format. So you could get them without having to pay for all the basics, the elites of different characters, because it's only like the top stars that get made into Ultimate Edition for. I have this guy right here on my desk to review because he's one that I need to do since I got my Nitro Ring set up. But like Eddie Guerrero, he's got that set up. And he's one that definitely benefits from having the butterfly shoulders for his frog splash. And it's really fun. It really aids a lot into the display posing. So check it out. Is there a good Blackjack Mulligan? Haven't had a Blackjack Mulligan figure. I'm trying to remember. I don't think Jax did one of him either. Laurie, unless it's a limited release, limited retail exclusive, it's worth the risk to catch it with a sale from a seller. $25 off 100 is going to be a lot easier to hit the minimum toy purchase threshold now. Yo, here's 2 figures. Give me my $25 off. King Elector. All Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders have always been locked in. I noticed many times where my pre-order price was lower than the in-stock price. Yeah, because when I got those Storm Collectibles Storm Arena figures, they're 24, and then I think they jumped up a little bit more. Maybe they're 26, but it was like, oh, so glad I got them when I did. Cheaper, I think Hasbro and Mattel looking at other manufacturers in places like Taiwan, where the tariffs are 10% or so. Incidentally, protectionist tariffs helped cause the Great Depression. Yeah. Pixelated poses. DMV Ross, any of them. Never has anything I've ever been looking for. Pixelated poses, you're here in the DMV too? Nice. Yeah, it's I find stuff occasionally, but it is it's so bad. All about the villains. That Crimson 3-pack there for now, then, and forever. I think they're taking stuff to Ross and then going, look, I found this on the pegs. Just joking. I know they're actually finding stuff. I'm just jealous that they're finding so much more stuff. But that's because, I mean, that's where you can tell there's a limited amount of people who want something like that Crimson Guard 3-pack, this Elvis Modoc. There's like whatever the threshold they need to make a figure. And then there's like, okay, here's hoping that more people want it. And it's like, no, that's a gimmick. You could have done something that more people would have wanted. And that's where they kind of messed me up. It's like, I didn't want that. And it seems like when they revealed it, a lot of people were like, oh, that's funny. I love the show. But I didn't know that many people who were watching the show. I mean, say 100% of that audience bought the figures. And there's so many more. We're not watching the show. We're not going to care. It's wild. Maurice, they're going to be cutting back, expecting lower sales, so I doubt there'll be a lot of stuff winding up at Ross Ollie's. I suspect most of these bounties came from crappy Walmart and Target distributions. We'll see. Ironic, that Marvel Legends 5-pack is like $55 on Amazon. Yes, it is. Excuse me, Jalen. I'm not adding any pre-orders that I wouldn't normally get. I think the locking in thing is a good idea, but I'm betting on sales going down with any price increases. Thus, making most mass-produced figures more available. I'm gambling that the prices skyrocket. The figures will hang around for sales, clearance, and closeout. I'm wondering about that too, because it's like so many people balked it. $25. Other people are going, Marvel Legends is dead to me. I'm not buying any more of their figures. When they raise the prices, I don't think those people are going to start collecting Marvel Legends again. G.I. Joe, I think, is going to be interesting for the most part. I've got most of the core Joes that I want, but I'm really curious if this is going to mean like a really in-demand character. It's going to have a, like, say that Breaker. Is he going to be harder to find later or what? Ironic. 5-pack X-Men villains is 49. A Spider-Man pack is 50. Wish there were 3 figures I wanted. Michael Solis. Marvel Legends went from 20 to 25. I cut back. I don't know if the price goes even higher. The price increase. I didn't just buy less and buy higher quality figures like Mayfex. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I feel like Mayfex, Storm Collectibles, who else? Big Arts, they need to be on it because they need to figure out ways to navigate and work around these tariffs, because I think a lot of collectors are going to be like you and start going, well, I'll pay a little bit more to get these cool figures that are better quality. Lone Dragon. I was thinking about more pre-orders. I mean, Oompa Loompa said I can only have $5. Dude, that's funny. Coliseum figures all look good. Lawson, here's a little bit more for your poor, from that bad negative influence on your shoulder. Because I feel like if I do this, it's not going to matter because they don't have a lot. All right, let's do this. So here's one. Strong. Oh, they put it back up. Excuse me. So the Heart Foundation set was like $45 for a strong few weeks. Now it's back up to 70, but I would say just wait for it because it's going to drop down again. I waited for it to hit that sale point for months. It will drop down again. Just keep an eye out for it. But that one's one definitely worth getting. He does. It looks awesome. He's a Walmart exclusive. So not sure if they still have him in stock. Laurie, cool deals on the Earth 10 code. I used it 5 minutes ago to buy not mint stuff like Marvel Legends ROM, Marvel Legends Spider-Man Unlimited, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport, and Biker Mice. Double discounts for the win. Hopefully you used my affiliate code. I mean, just went through to do it because that's always awesome. David Thanos is like, Lost, you need to try out the Ultimate Vader figure. It's Vader time. Tom. Absolutely. Lone Dragon. I would totally buy Elvis MODOK the first time I see it for like $20. Vader was awesome. G-Root. I've found exactly 2 things at Ross that I actually wanted. I got the deluxe G.I. Joe Sniper Lady, and yeah, I'm not even gonna bother butchering it, but let's try it. Uzumaki statue. That's it. Nice. AW figures. Always at Ross, $3.99. Now those figures, I got a down like Brian Danielson and a Kenny Omega for $3.99. That was a good find. Muse Jester. You're right. With a $25 figure, people are already hesitating. What a great idea to go to a higher price point. That'll make them spend more. Yeah, I mean, and so let me mention this part. So Mattel is like, yo, we're getting the DC license just in time for these figures to be $35. Exaggerating. Who knows what the price is going to be? But McFarlane's like, yeah, I got you, suckers, because I'm not paying more to keep this license to charge more. Where I know the collector fan base is going to go, nah, dude, we're out. So he's actually pretty smart in this deal. And how many people are going to rebuy their entire DC figure collection at a higher price point when we're getting figures like these 2 from McFarlane? And you don't have to pay a higher price point because you can just get them now. And how is that going to work out? These figures from Mattel are going to have to be the end all, be all, best versions right away. They can't go with the Marvel Legends strategy. Hey, Iron Man circle should be white, but we're going to color it magenta just because. They can't do that. They cannot afford to mess around and go, let's create a mistake to fix later. They have to make great figures right away. They can't go with the strategy of, we'll do this version. We'll do Superman with his mullet look and never get around to a short hair version until 3 years later, because our fans will still be waiting for these figures. I think they have to come really hard with it because all of these companies are going to have to not do their typical thing of let's hold off on something, let's not include this deal. They have to come through with everything every time out now because I think for all our griping and belly aching, we do buy the occasional higher price figure from Mayfex, from Mezco, Figure Arts. It's because those figures tend to have a lot of stuff from accessories to articulation. It's like cool. And then they throw in stuff like soft good elements, which are so much better than what we get from mass market, not including McFarlane stuff. So this is going to be really put the onus on Mattel. Marvel Legends is going to have to not do, oops, sorry, we forgot this part. Maybe we'll include it to actually look like the source material next time. I think their strategy is going to have to change too. We can't forget to do the boots on Jean Grey anymore with other figures. You have to get this stuff right because people are not going to pay. They're not going to be happy to pay $27 for a figure. They're not going to be happy to pay $30 for figures that they're going to have to fix. The second they see it, like, oh, this is wrong, I'm going to have to fix it. So we'll see. What else y'all saying here? David. What's up, David? Hey, Jeff. Black Series and Joe's taking a hit. I'll get Legends as long as I can. Yeah. And of course, I mean, Hasbro's really got to be sweating this out because they have so many lines that collectors are digging. Star Wars, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Transformers. So if people go, I'm collecting all four. Right now, I'm only going to get two. Jeez, that really dips into them. For Mattel, right now they've got Masters of the Universe, they've got WWE. I think because they've got a little crossover with kids, maybe parents will still buy their kids their 80th Roman Reigns figure with a smiley expression instead of a slight smile version. We'll see, but boy, this is going to be really interesting for people collecting multiple lines. David, I'm trying to make myself just pre-order exclusives, but failing. Maurice, I got some pre-orders on a Hobby Genki, and I'm hoping they can ship direct to my country instead of my freight forwards in the US. I'm kind of stuck with my Boom Bushy pre-orders though. How bad are they? Christopher just picked up ROM Space Knight and Maximum Series Spider-Man. Nice. Hard Active Violet. Wonder whether this Target and Walmart prices will end up being. Maybe if I get up super early, I'll do a video. I'll be like, can you believe this insanity? We'll see. Maybe I'll just stay up later. And taken. Nice. King Elector. But Storm Collectibles takes too long to complete, or even deep into a line, for example. Their Gotcha Man G-Force line was started about 5 years ago. They got two done. Yeah, I can't trust them on that stuff. That's why I was like, cool, Storm Arena. They're going to be cheaper and hopefully faster and easier for them to make. But yeah, you can't rely on them. Yes! That never, ever happens. You're always correcting me on how to pronounce something properly. So I will take that win. I should do like a stanza and leave right now before I butcher something else. Andre, where's my Wanna Beast, Todd? We did actually get him from DC, from Mattel. Rodney, Jeff, I'm going to wait and see once Mattel starts producing DC figures again. Devin, did you guys notice that Target has increased the price of their multiverse to $23.99? You did, yeah, absolutely. And you see, that's just for their base ones. Let's see what's going on their website, because of course this is ridiculous. Because these are figures that are actually on the pegs. I get it for the stuff that, hey, we don't have this stuff in stock. We're gonna have to pay so much more. We're gonna put those prices onto you. But hey, guys, if it's there, if it's not out on the pegs, that's on you all, not on us. Let's see. So let's start have anything new. $22.99. I mean, do they have anything new? Here we go. $22.99 for him. $22.99 here. Those are the two newest ones. There we go. I'm really wondering if I could transplant these legs onto Damage, because these look like they could work for Adam, right? Maybe. Let's see. I think I could make that work. When Damage goes on to the clearance price of $749, I'm gonna have to get another one to try to make an Adam custom. Lost and Mattel doesn't land right off with their DC characters presented. I've already decided I'll just not buy from them. Not a fan of their figures anyway, so they better wow me from the start. Yeah. Maurice, by the time we get the rest of the team, it might be well into another president's term, and the terrorists might not even exist. Right. David Thanos, for the Vader fans, check out the Dark Side of the Ring doc. It's really good. Yes. Rick Cage, much as I love the Marvel DC mythos, I'm a little burned out. That's my zeal for anime. Waifu. Original third party toys. Waifu. See, I knew I was going to butcher something else. Amused gesture. Absolutely right on all your points. They want us to buy higher price figures. Thank you. It's a very slippery slope for them because they had so many issues in the past where it's like, I think we all were like, oh, they're gonna make a better one later. And we just kind of played along. Now it's gonna be like, no, y'all cannot afford to do that. Because we can't afford to keep buying these figures till incrementally get it better. Lawson, I probably wouldn't be so critical of Mattel, but switching the figure lines probably won't be 7-inch scale. And recollecting isn't really something I look forward to. So I feel like I can get into it if the figures are great, but they really have to be great. It cannot be this deal of it's good enough. I feel like they have to, like, their first wave should just be, we're going out nuts. We're gonna have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, who else? Martian Manhunter, Aquaman. Call it a day. Having 3 villains, go nuts, and just, hey, this is our line because y'all know we got more Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter figures in the works. So just go nuts. Excuse me. Robo Geek 1973. I'm just focusing on my G1 and BW Transformers now. What's BW? Transformers now hoping to mostly finish up by the end of the year. What is BW? Beast Wars. There we go. Like, there we go. Cool. How are they doing on Beast Wars, by the way? Yeah, they still got a few more of these G1 figures that I need. Hard Act Violence is cherry picking at its finest. G-Brew, gonna have zero right in on X-Men, Ghostbusters, and Ninja Turtles and be even more selective with my picking and choosing. Yeah. All about the villains. Mattel DC might be a miss due to scale, and it's gonna be all basic figures with less articulation than McFarlane. McFarlane is 22 points of articulation. If Mattel comes out with less than that, they're in trouble. AJ, it's gonna suck for BAFs. Sometimes I get figures I don't want, just complete them. But I don't know too many people would be willing to shell out 180 for a whole wave. Or 180 for like 4 figures. Well, they've been getting away from Build-A-Figures, so maybe that works out for them on that front. But I have definitely felt like that has been a deal where they were getting over on us because we weren't getting anything in place of that. And these mini comics are cool, but certainly not a whole other figure thrown in the mix. John Battle, what's up, my man? What's up, Mr. Lyles? I've been watching on monitor all this time, so I'm finally logging on my phone. What's up? How you doing? Snake Eyes says, that's why I stopped collecting Marvel and DC and started collecting video game figures. But I'll get some DC and Marvel there sometimes. If it's still kind of, yeah, it does suck that the prices are going up. Buff88 says, I pre-order only what I really want. Smart way to go. Lawson, if Mattel gives us classic DC figures, I'll enjoy it. But I don't care for movie and modern version of characters. So they're pushing us right off. It'll push me right away. It will push me away for sure. Keep adding in stuff. So weird. Juan Sanchez says, generally speaking, I think you can make an educated guess of which figures will sell out and which will go on discount. Example, an X-Men A-lister versus an MCU supporting character. Hustle SM says, what's Big Bad Toy Store up to now as a terrorist turn? All right. Did hold this for later, Lawson. My local stores are not great. Getting figures from them isn't a good bet. Pre-ordering is usually my best option. Hustle SM, 100 pre-orders versus 1 collector's wallet. Yes. Lawson, so much stress to get figures before they sell out instantly due to exclusives and limited quantities. I wish I didn't have to pre-order at all. Miss you, Toys R Us. Yes, absolutely. Walmart and Target should rename their toy aisles to something like Tariff Island or Tariff Town. A kid. I hope prices won't be as bad as all that. They have to move all the action figures to the entertainment section because that's the only people that can pay for it. We're caged. Terrible, terrible tariffs. Shipping to US was free, or was? That's what those things are hurting on. All right, about it. Did anyone see the news about Mattel possibly getting 100% tariff? No, I did not. It's wild. Dirt Dog. There's supposed to be talks between China and US this weekend in Switzerland. Good place for it. Hopefully tariffs drop. We can only hope. Maybe he'll do another deal where it's like, all right, 90-day break. Which of course, all the companies will be like, all right, guys, 90-day grace period on your figure pre-orders. No worries, we're not raising prices. We'll see. John Bowder hoping Mattel plastic is going to be better than the wrestler plastic. What's wrong with the wrestler plastic? I don't really have too many problems with my wrestler figures. Hopefully, Mattel can use weapons since Todd wasn't able to. I don't think we're going to see any change there. David, Mattel DC look okay with the DCC? I'm already going to have, I already have, going to be tough not to buy some. G-Brew, I hate the mini comics. I don't care for dumb gimmicks. I just want accessories that actually make sense. Same. They're actually used by the characters in the source material. Vintage Bob's always hated Build-A-Figures. Just coercion to force fans to buy figures they don't want. John Battle, Big Bad is raise their prices and then drop them back down, hoping no one noticed. What were they? Muse, Jester. I think the lock-in price gimmick is a controlled study to see how much pre-orders will drop when a new price comes in. Would be really interesting to see. Robert, tariff stink. Yeah, tariff stink. Yeah. What's up, Shane Shooter? What up? I just got in. How you doing? So I pre-ordered what I had to have. Everything else, I think the tariff price hikes will stifle sales and result in lots of clearance sales, Ross and Ollie's. No, I'm saying that maybe with this talk tomorrow, we may get a pause. AJ, agree, but like Jeffrey said, it has value. Yeah, I mean, I definitely picked up figures that I did not care about to complete a Build-A-Figure, but I was buying the rest of the figures, and to me at that point, it was like, let me get this Build-A-Figure, and the Build-A-Figure is what I bought, not the other figure. So it all works out. John Battle, I had to postpone my AliExpress order due to tariffs. Hard act to follow. I don't think Hasbro will touch the HasLab now. Can't touch this. David Carroll, HasLabs were slowly leaving here anyway, except maybe for Joe's. And Transformers, those were selling pretty solid too. That's right. I do remember their prices went wild, Maurice. Yeah. Hopefully it'll calm down. Tariffs. This is how we do it. David Thanos got hooked up with a new Jazz, really good figure. So my story is my wife took my kid shopping because he got good grades. Congrats. And he told my wife, then she called and asked if I had it. Said no. Nice. He wants me to get it for you so you guys can match. Started thinking he's onto something here. There you go. All right. I have gone through all the comments that I starred. I've gotten through everything in the chat. I think that's everything covered. All right. So, well, I still have a little bit of voice left. I'll wrap this up. But, hold on here real fast. John Battle says, they raised price on the DNA kit for Transformers Minister Upgrade kit from $59.99. Then it jumped to $67, and now it's back to $59. Sneaky. Giant Man Wave by Toy Biz was the evil genius. You had to buy variants, but the Giant Man figure was so good. And the figures weren't like $25 back then either. Calgon, take away the tariffs. Absolutely. Take me away. All right. Well, I'm about to go away anyway. So, Muse Jester. Yeah, man. I was just about to say it. I'm going to do a video, one of the two, talking about the prices. Maybe I should screenshot where they're at right now and then go back into it tomorrow. We'll see. So look for it. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but yeah, absolutely. We'll be doing that for sure. David, I've for sure bought figures just to finish baths. On the other hand, some figures I don't think we'd have gotten the other way. Exactly. I mean, it can balance it out. Ill Jacket Marvel Legends getting a game. Exactly. Lawson, all about the villains. My question is, what's going to happen when HasLabs come? They've been paid for, and they cannot go hey guys, where's the extra $100? Those figures are too expensive. They have to eat those costs. Maybe this is what they're factoring in these higher price points of stuff now to make up for some of their loss on the HasLabs, but that's already been paid for. They can't go, hey guys, you've already paid for this, but we need another $70, $100 for this big figure you got. That's not cool. That'd be too much negative publicity. Can you imagine how many videos would be out on those? They can't do that. I mean, that would be bad too. Oh, that's right. Those we didn't pay for. So we'll see. Jeff, look at Jada Street Fighter pricing too. I definitely will. All about the villains. HasLabs, they are gonna be delayed. Hey guys. Nope. Facts, Jeffrey. Right. Chris Jericho. Hey guys. All right. Well, that's it. Look for the video at some point tomorrow. Maybe when I get home from work. We'll see. We'll break it all down. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Storm, for cooperating and waiting out a little bit longer. That's interesting. It's good to know. Cool. All right. So I'll see y'all later at some point tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll break it all down, the reactions, all the good stuff to Tariff Town coming to your toy aisle in 2025. For now, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, next Wednesday, back on the guys for another edition of Lyle's Movie Files. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. I was going to be terrible. And I was so excited about all this other stuff. I forgot to mention the giveaway. So, Jamelin Parks, this is for the 75 of you. We're still hanging out. Jamelin Parks is like, yo, let's do a giveaway. And I'm always down for a giveaway. And this is not going to be it's not going to be our normal giveaway. It's going to be colossal. It's going to be boom, boom, boom. It's going to be multiverse shattering. So much we're calling it our multiple giveaway. Yeah, you heard me. Multiple giveaways. So we've got, courtesy of Jamelin, a 1, 2 Dr. Fates, a Two-Face, 2, and Supergirls. So we talked to Jamelin, but I think we're going to do one of those. We're going to do a giveaway with all 3. So a Dr. Fate, a Two-Face, and a Supergirl. And maybe, just to spread out the wealth and to love a little bit more, maybe we'll do 3 other giveaways with those other figures. But next week, we will be doing that giveaway. So stay tuned. Tell your friends, don't, so you increase your chances. But we'll do that giveaway next week. Next time, 8:05 p.m. Eastern time. I'm excited because I've seen Mission Impossible. We'll see what's going on with these figure prices. We'll have a new giveaway. So you don't have to worry about those figures, at least, if you win. So stay tuned. We'll do the thing starting tomorrow, the tariff price change. And then we're back on Wednesday. And of course, next week for another edition. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.